Hello student, now we are going to study about geography, paper first, physical geography, lithosphere, unit 3rd, sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed from sediments. These rocks have external origin. Sedimentary rocks originate from the pre-existing rocks. The exposed rocks are weathered and eroded through different agents like weather, running water, moving ice, wind, sea waves, etc. These agencies break and erode the rocks, and broken material like silt, sand, and clay is carried to depressions like lake, sea, etc. through rivers, winds, and moving ice. The broken material like sand, silt, and clay is called as sediment. This material is transported from one place to another place and deposits according to material's weight, size, and shape. This material also contains cementing material like silica and calcium carbonate. Due to the pressure of water and cementing material, the sediments become compact and hard. The deposition of sediments usually takes place in the form of layers or strata, hence they are also known as stratified rocks. Sedimentary rocks are of two types. Thus, the sedimentary rocks are classified into inorganically formed sedimentary rocks and organically formed sedimentary rocks. Here, mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. These rocks are mainly made up of inorganic material. The sediment is deposited in low-lying areas. The deposits are made up of clay, silt, sand, and gravel. According to the particle size, the rocks are divided into uh, two groups. These are arenaceous rocks and argillaceous rocks. Arenaceous rocks are formed from the sand. The proportion of sand is more in these rocks than clay and silt. The sand is mainly made up of quartz, so these rocks are hard and resistant to erosion. Sandstone is the best example of this type of rock. In India, sandstone is found in Vindhyan Plateau, the Aravallis in Rajasthan. Argillaceous rocks are made up of clay particles and are soft. These rocks are readily weathered, but they are non-porous. These rocks are also called as shale. These rocks are used for making brick, tile, and uh, pottery. In India, these rocks are found in the northern Great Plain. Then, chemically formed sedimentary rocks. Surface water contains salt in solution. This salt is present in water either precipitated due to evaporation of water or by chemical interaction. Rock salt and gypsum are the examples of chemically formed sedimentary rocks. Then organically formed sedimentary rocks. These rocks are composed of the remains of various organisms. These rocks are either made up of remains of animals or plants, and accordingly, they are commonly divided into two kinds, and these are calcareous rocks and carbonaceous rocks. Calcareous rocks contain more proportion of calcium carbonate. Carbonaceous rocks are formed from remains of plants and the proportion of carbon content is more in them. Then, general characteristics of sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are secondary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are softer rocks with compared to igneous and metamorphic rocks. These rocks are found in layers or strata. Sedimentary rocks are easily weathered by the agents of erosion. Sedimentary rocks contain fossils of plants and animals. Economically, sedimentary rocks are important. For example, coal, chalk, limestone, etc. Then, metamorphic rocks. The word metamorphic has been derived from the word metamorphose, which means change in form. Metamorphic rock means complete alteration in the appearance of pre-existing rock. Metamorphic rocks are formed by the action of heat and pressure. The origin of metamorphic rock is associated with volcanic mo- uh, so- uh, uh, closely associated with earth movement like volcanic activities, folding, faulting, etc. Metamorphic rocks are generally formed due to change in the form of sedimentary rocks and igneous rocks. Sometimes even pre-existing metamorphic rocks, when altered form, when already formed metamorphic rocks are again metamorphosed. The process is known as remetamorphism. The process by which metamorphic rocks come into existence is known as metamorphism. The metamorphism takes place due to heat and pressure, and hence the formation of metamorphic rock is associated with earth movement. The process of metamorphism may be classified on the basis of movement of agents and place and area involved in metamorphism. The metamorphism of rock takes place into uh, the types. These are contact metamorphism, regional metamorphism, hydrometamorphism, and hydrothermal metamorphism. Contact metamorphism is associated with volcanic activity. म्हणजे कॉन्टॅक्ट मेटामॉर्फिझम म्हणजे स्पर्शजन्य रूपांतरण. When the eruption of magma takes place, the rocks that lie close to volcanic pipe come in contact with the hot magma, and due to tremendous heat, there is the occurrence of physical and chemical changes in the rock. There is no change in their appearance, but there is a change in their properties. For the example, limestone turns into marble, coal turns into graphite, sandstone turns into quartzite, and so on. This process is also called as thermal metamorphism. Then regional metamorphism, प्रादेशिक रूपांतरण, खडकांचे प्रादेशिक रूपांतरण. When the rocks are altered in their form in extensive area, the process is called regional metamorphism. Such metamorphism is also known as dynamic metamorphism because pressure plays dominant role in the alteration of the form of the rock. Regional metamorphism is associated with mountain building movement. This metamorphism occurs due to tremendous pressure, tension, and heat produced in the interior of the earth. The sedimentary rocks are folded due to compressional force during the period of mountain building. There are examples of metamorphism like granite turns into schist. Then it is found over large part of South India and also in West Bengal, Bihar, Orissa, Himalayas, etc. Hydrometamorphism, the change in the original rocks brought about by action of water, is known as hydrometamorphism. When the change in the form of original rocks takes place by the action of water as well as temperature is called hydrothermal metamorphism. Then economic importance of rock. As the rocks are formed from the rock making minerals, silicate minerals are very important. The most abundant and most important rock forming mineral is the feldspar and having economic importance because it is used in ceramic and glass industry. The rocks are classified into igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Each type of rock is having importance from the standpoint of economy and utilization. The marble is used for constructional purpose and making a ornament. Sandstone is used for construction and as a grinding stone in flour mill. Granite is plutonic intrusive igneous rock having a light colored and used for different purposes. Coal is a carbonaceous rock. Anthracite and bituminous are the good varieties of coal as their carbon content and calorific value is high. Coal is used in industrial sectors. Slate is formed from clay, which is used for writing purpose. Clay is used for making bricks, tiles, and in pottery industries. In this way, there is the economic importance of different types of rock. Next part will be continued. Thank you.